Hello, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a series of videos where I look at my epic battles of Napoleonics, what I've done so far. As I was starting to get into epic Napoleonics, that was when I had a cessation, good word, of videos on my channel. So since my initial forays into that, I've done loads. So I'll talk about what I've done, what my thoughts are, what I've been thinking. Actually, one of the really cool things was we did a Waterloo battle on the 18th of June at the SEVC Hub, the Veterans Charity, which I'm a trustee part of. And that was a great day, really exciting, engaging battle. I think we had about 10 starter sets involved with that. But anyway, cracking on. So these aren't finished because I've not done the basing. That is a recurring theme in all my hobbies. All my armies that do, I kind of want to do the basing last to finish it off. And yeah, sometimes I've just got to grin and bear it, grit and get done. I've just done my Confederates for the epic battles. Got all those based for a campaign coming up in January, so I will get these done. But anyway, cracking on. So uniforms. It's easy to get down a rabbit hole of uniforms and get it right. So I've just taken kind of a bit of a straw poll of what I like the look of, what feels right for the uniform. So if there's button counters out there, you know it's not going to be entirely right. These are influenced by, but the details aren't quite right. But I'm okay with that. For many years I did tie myself up in knots and getting the right colours and stuff, and sometimes the research just isn't there. Or is contradictory. So starting off, cavalry. So what you will notice is from a cavalry I've mounted on MDF bases. These are bigger than the Warlord bases you get. I've mounted these on the 60mm by 20mm. Just like the extra depth it gives for cavalry. I've also used that for my pike blocks for pike and shot, epic battles, pike and shot. Now the other thing you'll notice is my light cavalry I've mounted on 4 models per base, and my heavy cavalry mounted on 5. One of the things is that was when I'm playing truly big games, we can easily look at the units and see what they are. So these green hussars, these are modelled on the Duke of Cumberland's, I want to say. Some standard blue hussars. Mixed it up a bit. I've also sort of thinking about the Allies. So these are modelled more on sort of Prussian Belgian dragoons. Painting wise, I'm just using contrast paints on them. I've thrown the colour down on the horse, black reins, that's pretty much all I'm doing on the horse, picking out the uniforms. Then I'm doing a bit of shading on everything, and then I'm going in and finishing the skin. I'll do a few videos about that. Now on to the heavies. So, British Dragoons. Really enjoy painting them, the British Dragoons. The other thing when I'm painting is I won't try and do any of the cross belts and stuff whilst I'm throwing on the initial colours. I'm just going to go over that with Pallid Witch Flesh, which is an off-white for that. So Dragoons. Now, yeah, there's only one regiment of them at Waterloo, but I got Scots Greys. I couldn't be in Scotland and not do the Scots Greys, especially when you got that the bonus model, which was Sergeant Hewitt taking the Eagle. Next up is some blues. Household Cavalry. There's blues and reds. When I'm playing a game, epic battles, I'll often think of each unit representing approximately a brigade, certainly more than just one regiment. So for these guys, if I can find them, heavy dragoons, I've painted up a couple of stands of blues and a couple of stands of reds, which I can't quite see at the moment, of the Lifeguard Cavalry to represent that as a brigade formation rather than an individual regiment. And next up is another Allied contingent, the Brunswickers. So these are Brunswick Hussars. Quite fetching in their black uniforms with a wee bit of blue on. And I've used some Prussian, I think these were Landwehr Lancers, to do a unit of Lancers for the Brunswickers. And again, what I've done with these fellas is I've done 2 bases of hussars. Let's zoom out a bit. I've done 2 bases of lancers, so I can either use them as 2 individual small units or just throw them together like that, or 4 units for 1 light cavalry unit, depending on the size of the battle I'm doing. So that's the cavalry I've been painting for the British so far. I think I've been doing 3 units for cavalry, 3 bases per unit for cavalry. Now some artillery. Now my favourite uniform in the entire war is the British horse artillery. And the 28s, I have a couple of batteries of these, and I've got the limbers done for them as well. I just love the look of the, is it Charleston helmets? But yes, so British horse artillery. Then I've also done British foot artillery. And finally, because I've done the Brunswick Corps, bit of Brunswick artillery. And I've actually used French guns and uniforms for those. So there you go, that gives you a taste of what my British Army cavalry and artillery is looking like so far. And the next video we'll be looking at the British infantry and talking a bit about my painting tips for that and what I've got done. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great time doing hobby at the moment, and I look forward to chatting to you again in another video. That's goodbye for now. Goodbye.